We're live right now. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show for Monday, March 26th. First Loshak in the Bag show of the week with MLB starting up this Thursday. Jimmy the Bag has been on hiatus for a few days, expected back soon. Unless he has any, medical problems as a result of his weekend, he should be back and raring to go very, very soon. I'm just trying to make sure my get all my fucking sheets up here. Computer is a little bit slow. Great to be back, guys. We have our Final Four lines out. College basketball is done. Slightly, thank God for that. NBA and NHL playoffs starting soon. Regular season's winding down. I continue to be pretty good in NHL. Jimmy the Bag, of course, up mid 30 units in NHL, which is unbelievable. We'll see what he has for us when he comes back. And then the playoffs start, which is always great. And then MLB starts. I've started in my research. I'm hoping to have a good MLB season. MLB very, very tricky. A lot of meaningful stats. A lot of guys with spreadsheets who can crunch those numbers like a motherfucker. Also low juice. If you line shop market wide, you can get almost vig-free betting on money lines because a lot of places have 10-cent baseball lines, 8-cent baseball lines. Go to Sportsbook Review to find out which. Sportsbook Review will tell you exactly which books have what juice on MLB, which is essential. And, hopefully we'll have a successful season this year. It's going to be fun. Doing MLB all year long with Jimmy the Bag. Let me just pop out the chat here so I can save the comments, and then we'll get into today's picks. Today's picks, man. What a life. This sports betting life. What a life. This handicapping life. All right, let's see. Some comments here. Let's see. People are some funny shit coming in here. King Rail says, can't wait for baseball. Mally Mal says, what is a unit? Elio Rodriguez says, get to it, Pete, you the man. Vince Harlan says, Pete, you're welcome. Went 3 of 4. Very nice. Yeah. You know, we in college basketball, there were ups and downs. As I say this every year, just from when I first started handicapping years and years ago, I always noticed that the second half of the season in every sport was always good for me. The beginning of seasons were usually good, not always. And the middle, there was a big dip. It happened once again this year in college basketball. Happened to me last year, of course, in MLB, but I closed super strong and wound up a positive about 2% ROI overall in the year, which is great. But I had my usual dip in the middle of the year. I'm going to try to avoid that this year in MLB. It happens to me every single friggin' year in every sport, pretty much nonstop. So that's interesting, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And once again, Texas Tech cashed in college basketball on Friday, which was interesting. That was a huge lot of controversy there. Texas Tech against Purdue. I had Texas Tech, and so did Jimmy the Bag, which was very nice. The Duke game went to OT, of course, which was interesting, and a lot of interesting shit was going on. All right, so let me see. Khalif Lee says Loshak had a monster day yesterday. LOL. Congratulations, Khalif Lee. Sometimes the Saturday and Sunday games can be the best days of the week. Let me see. What else do we have? All In says hiatus equals being drunk the whole day. Is that true? Jimmy the Bag was drunk the whole day on Saturday and Sunday in Toronto? I don't think so. He doesn't strike me as that. Is that really what he did? We'll find out. We'll ask him when he comes back. All right. Let's see. Flipper 13 says, just a chat room today. Happy Passover, beat Flipper 13. Happy Passover. Right back at you, Flipper 13. Sharp guy there, Flipper 13. A guy who is a little bit sophisticated and advanced when it comes to handicapping. Let's see. Some other just comments, and then we're going to get into the picks. I'm just looking at these comments. I live for these comments up. Justin Searcy, one of the first comments. Red Wings feel like a bet. Got to dig a little more, but I might stay pat with the 2 bets I got. Yeah, I was thinking about the Red Wings as well. Price is obviously way worse than the markets are even giving him credit for now. So let's see. Jay Scum says Villanova was an easy casher yesterday. Charles Tapley says Jimmy's still drunk. Really? You think he's still drunk right now, Monday morning? 12 o'clock Eastern? I don't think so. Does he strike you as that kind of person? You think he's still drunk right now? That seems very unlikely. You might be right, Charles Tapley, but I doubt that. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here? Let's get that cash. Ibrahim Khan says Ben Simmons over 9.5 assists and over 14.5 points for Drummond tonight. That's certainly interesting. And let's see. What else do we have here? Let me just let's comments, and then we'll get into it. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let me just save these comments, and then we will get into the handicapping. We got Johan behind the counter today. How you doing today, Johan?
All good.
All good? All right. Let's officially get into it. Let's start with college basketball. All right? I guess we should throw the college basketball record up there. Do you have that, Johan? Now, this is a season-long college basketball record. Recently, our college basketball records have been significantly better. Tonight, let's see. We got, let me just find it. We got one game, and I did make a bet on this one. Now, I'm not sure if I want to endorse it and recommend it for other people in the North Texas San Francisco game, but I did bet the over on this one, and I think I more so like the first half over. Now, this game could be, more of a defense-oriented game than we've seen from North Texas recently, because as you get deeper into these minor tournaments, suddenly the teams start to care more, and by definition, they're teams that were already caring, or they wouldn't be here in the first place. So this one might be a little bit more defense-oriented than we have seen, but I did bet it, and I guess I will give it. I'll give the first half over on this one at 66 minus 103. First half over 66 minus 103. North Texas and San Francisco. That's the current line at Pinnacle. And actually, 5 Dimes has 65.5. We don't use 5 Dimes because we have extreme integrity here. And if you can play at 5 Dimes, you absolutely should play there and use their lines. For the purpose of these videos, we don't use them, so I will take Pinnacle's line 66 minus 103. Again, I like it. I bet it. It could easily lose, and because we're deep in this tournament now, we might see both these teams step it up defensively. But I'm going to take the first half over on this one at 66. Of course, the line is paramount here. Regular viewers will recall that on Friday, I did give the first half over in that Kansas game, which did cash. It was 65.5 or 66 when I gave it. Wound up landing on 67. And with these first half college basketball totals, the number is vitally important. You have a lot of, 1 point, half point wins and losses in a college basketball. So, if this was like, 68, I probably wouldn't be on this. But at 66 minus 103, I'll take it. North Texas, San Francisco, first half over. I'll make that one an official pick in college basketball. Let's see if any comments are coming in here. Roger T says, what's wrong with 5 Dimes? Nothing's wrong with 5 Dimes. 5 Dimes is awesome. The reason we don't use it in these shows for our official picks is because if you win at 5 Dimes, eventually they will show you the door, and I like to use market lines that you can essentially bet into in perpetuity. But 5 Dimes has intentionally low juice lines. Unlike Pinnacle, you can't bet there forever if you win. If you win at Pinnacle, you can play there forever. 5 Dimes will kick you out. So that's why we don't use it. I don't use intentionally off market or intentionally low juice lines that you can't bet into forever. Same reason why I only use full juice lines with Heritage, not the low juice lines, which 5. But no, nothing wrong with 5 Dimes, and you should absolutely use that as a book. Go to sportsbookreview.com, find out all about 5 Dimes, and play there as long as you can. All right, so let's see. What else do you have here? Let's see. What else do we have here going on? All right. Mayless Payless Way says San Francisco first half over, full game over. Mayless Payless Way, yes, I agree with you. I'm on it. I'm only going to give the first half over as an official pick, but I did bet that one, and I bet the full game over as well. But yes. Oh, fuck. Trevor Holt, regular commenter who does fucking know a little bit about college basketball, likes the under in the North Texas game. That's not good. Last time this happened, Trevor Holt was right and I was wrong. It was on the Western Kentucky Oklahoma State game. I gave the under, and I gave the over. I gave the under, and Trevor Holt said he liked the over. The line got bet up, and that line did go over. So now we have the opposite situation. I'm giving the first half over here. Trevor Holt likes the under, and that's not a good sign. We'll see where this line moves by tip-off. Again, we will do this again at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and I might wind up pulling that bet back. We'll see where this line moves. As of right now, I'm giving the first half over as a pick. Not a good sign that Trevor Holt comes in here and says he likes the under in the North Texas game. All right. As far as the Final Four games are concerned, there's certainly interesting lines. I have no plays on them as yet, no opinions on them as yet. So that's about it. And I will. And Lucky Luciano says, "What the fuck? Why would they show you the door if you win? That's garbage." Lucky Luciano, that's kind of standard for the industry. Every book has to have their own, successful risk management approach to stay in business long term, because they'll go out of business. And various books do it differently. Some books, most of the rec books just boot winners, and that's what they do. Then there are a few pro books who are really smart about it, who can take winners long term, and they have their strategies for why that information is valuable. Bookmaker, the Greek, and Pinnacle, they take professional players and they take big accounts that win long term. It's part of their risk management strategy. If the rec books did that without an appropriate risk management strategy, it would be cool for a while. But then they'd go out of business, and then they wouldn't exist. So the Lucky Luciano, that's why they show you the door if you win. It's standard for rec books, and it's just part of their risk management approach, which you should be happy for, because if a book goes out of business, that's not good for them, that's not good for you, that's not good for the industry, that's not good for anyone. But so that's why I do it. Totally standard for rec books, and Five Dimes is just much more aggressive with their low juice, which is great, and you should absolutely take advantage of it for as long as you can. And there's nothing wrong with a book limiting you. It's a sign of, it sucks, but it's a sign of respect also, and that's the answer right there. Okay, let's see. All right, that's it for our college basketball. Again, no opinions on the Final Four games. I did give the first half over in North Texas, San Francisco, and it's a very, very bad sign that Trevor Holt likes the under in that game, and an even worse sign that it just moved down 3 cents at Pinnacle. But again, this is a 10 o'clock Eastern time tip, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock Eastern time where we'll review all these games. We'll see where this total is in the evening show, and maybe I will pull it. All right, let's move on to NHL. We showed the college basketball record, which is shitty for me. Now we're going to show the NHL. Well, Johan, you got the NHL record, right? Okay, thank God. Put that shit up there. Look at that. Look at Jimmy the Bag. Holy shit, plus 43 units. Oh, look at mine, plus 28. Not too shabby either. I got a little aggressive on Friday and got a little bit burned. St. Louis was a winner, which was nice. I did take highly controversial game, the Dallas game. They were up 2-0 heading into the third period and then lost it. And I got a little bit of aggressive on Friday, so I lost a few units on Friday, but still, doing well overall in the NHL. And looking over today's card, some interesting shit here. Let me get into the shit that I find most interesting. Well, the first game, I definitely bet it on the overnight line. It has moved up since the overnight line, and it's not a shock. And that is going to be LA at home against Calgary, right? LA, of course, is in the playoff hunt. They're playing well. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Calgary lost 5 in a row, not scoring. There's a bunch of teams in the NHL that are pretty much undeniable dumpster fires right now, and Calgary is one of them. Calgary's also alternating wins and losses for a long time. They're coming off a loss, not that matters, but significantly. But I like the spot for LA for a bunch of reasons, and I definitely bet this one. It is getting bet up, so I'm going to get a worse line significantly than I bet on the opening line. But I'll take it anyway, and I will make LA -1 an official pick here. Let me see the best line right now. Line shopping, even when the line's moved against you, -220 on the money line, and the puck line part of that. The puck line part of that will be plus 130, not 140, plus 140 at UWager, plus 140. So LA -1, -220 on the money line, plus 140 on the puck line at UWager and a few other places, and that's going to be one official pick. I would also be leaning to the LA team total over, but I think that's one of those 3.5s at the plus money, which I should still probably be taking at 3.5 plus 123. Lean to the LA Kings team total over. Lean to the Calgary team total under at 2.5 -148, and I might throw those on in the evening show, but for right now, I'll just stick LA -1 as an official pick for now, for sure. All right, comments coming in. The Kilted Chimp says Kings puck line. Likes that one. Richie Incognito likes the Kings. Yes. Justin Searcy fading the Flames. Yes. And a lot of people liking that one. It seems like a no-brainer. Almost maybe even low-hanging fruit if you want to call it that. I don't know. To me, I feel like there's not really low-hanging fruit in the NHL ever, but there's definitely no-brainer value plays, and I think this is it, even at the current line. I pounded it when the line opened, and it's worse than it was when I bet it. But Roll Dice likes the Kings money line. Daryl Lyles likes the Kings. Melas Palas Way likes the Kings. Blake Kersey says fade the Flames. Yes. All right, okay. So I'm taking that one. All right, other game. Okay. Yes, and N16H7H Hawk Anon 101 says the whole world is loading up on the Kings and they will win tonight. Calgary's lineup is ugly, and this is the kind of game where everyone's going to be on it, and it's best to get those lines early so that even if you lose, at least you got the best line, which I certainly did. But I'll give that one. Wow, and Jody says Kings -2 at +600 might be some value there. Yes. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have in the NHL? Toronto at home against Buffalo. I guess let's jump into that one. I mean, Toronto, there have been some -300 lines that, I don't know, have had some value. The St. Louis line, when they were -300 on Friday, I took it. I bet it. They won 4-1. Does that mean it was definitely a good bet? Not necessarily, but I took it. And then I even took Toronto in their last game -1 against Detroit, and that one pushed. That one was way too close for comfort, and they were a huge favorite there. But I took it. Buffalo is just not scoring, is just having all kinds of issues, and I'm thinking that Toronto, as a huge favorite here, might have some value again. The other game with that line on the card is Arizona at Tampa Bay, and I'm definitely not really feeling that one for Tampa Bay at all. I'm thinking maybe even Arizona, and Domingue is in goal for Tampa Bay, and he is facing his former team, but. So that's a weird sort of situation. Antti Ranta's been playing pretty well this month, and so the Tampa Bay Arizona game is definitely a game where I'm leaning Arizona or nothing, and I might wind up throwing them on their first period or something like that. But the Toronto game, I'm thinking Toronto even at -300 might be worth a play on the -1 line. Let's see if there are any comments coming in. I'm sure some people who are saying yeah. Bally Mal says Buffalo seems good cashing big lines. Ziggy Ball says be careful with the Maple Leafs tonight. Yes. Yeah. It's a man. G-Man Hag says Arizona, Tampa Bay will fly over. Yes, I was definitely leaning over in that one and leaning Arizona team total over. Jay Sandercock says fade the Leafs. Yeah. G-Man Hag says Detroit is the play. Yes, Price is in net. Okay, yes, we will get to that in a second. If Price was in yet, I was definitely Lucky Luciano says the bag is drinking Jameson as we speak. Really? At 12 o'clock Eastern time on a Monday morning? It's a little dubious there. You might be right. That sounds a little dubious to me, though. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Going on here. All right, let me just save these comments because there's some really nice comments coming in, and then we'll get to some more comments here. Let's see. Mr. Kite says Toronto team total over. Yeah, that might be worth a play as well. Richie Incognito says fade Leafs. Kobe Valentine predicts Leafs will win 5-zip. Yeah, I can understand why people would be saying be careful of Toronto here. I'm thinking it might be worth a shot anyway at -1. And yeah, SJ Sharkery says, Pete, give us some team totals. You're on fire with your team totals. Yes, and SJ Sharkery's, there's a reason for that. Team totals can have more value than either the side or the total, because if you have a small lean on the side and the total, the value gets intensified, and it's much bigger on the team total. And if you have a lean on a side and a total, but one of them is a little bit off or not as accurate as you thought, the value can still be there with the team total. So team totals in general are easier to beat than sides or totals independently, and that's what you would expect. All right, let's see. Jiggy Balls leans Tampa Bay. Jay Sandercock says Tampa Bay lean for sure. Lucky Luciano says I'm already drinking beer and it's 9:22. I live in LA. Well, damn. Okay, Lucky Luciano. Good on you then. All right. Lucky Luciano says I watch the show and drink every day. Thank you so much, Lucky Luciano. Barkerman G11 says Ranta's gone 4-1 with the, yeah, I mean, Ranta's been good. Ranta's been excellent. Let's see. I'm looking for some other comments here. All right, let's see. Ziggy Ball says it looks like the Sabres quit. Yeah, I'm just not. I mean, a lot of times teams like this at this point in the year, like Buffalo, they're teams that, if they're going to give effort, it's going to be, in one of their last games at home and these end of the year games on the road, especially against a tough team that is playing for something. Maybe they'll give a little bit of effort and then they just sort of fade. And Toronto, they look like they're locked into the third spot in the Atlantic, but they still haven't officially clinched their playoff spot, I believe. So, I think they're still playing hard. And I'm thinking that Toronto minus one might be worth a play. All right, let's move on to some other games before I make a final decision here on this. Ottawa, Carolina is interesting. Carolina is still technically alive in the playoff race. Carlson is back for Ottawa. And, of course, Carolina won the first game in this home-and-home that they played in Ottawa. I had the over on that one, which was a great call. Thank you very much. And I think I also had the Carolina team total over in that one. I definitely bet it. I don't know if I gave it as a pick. This is I don't know. I'd lean Carolina again here, but not at this line. Carolina, they're playing well. They're scoring well. I'm just not convinced that they should be this big of a favorite here. The spot favors them. Ottawa's bad, but I'm just not sure that Carolina has the roster to be justifying this big of a favorite line in this spot. So I'm going to hold off on that game. I think it's going to be a pass for me. Then Buffalo, Toronto. Again, I'm leading Toronto -1, and I might throw that one on there. Florida Islanders, very interesting, right? Luongo's starting to give up some goals now. I might take the over 6.5 at -105, but I might do the old first period over 1.5 at like -140, 150. Arizona is rallying. They're playing well. The Islanders are pretty much doing what they're always doing, giving up goals, scoring goals, and generally losing. Not sure I'd want to take Florida here with Luongo in goal at this line, but I'm definitely going to want to take the first period over, and I will take that one. Let me just find the total on that one. If this one loses, if this entire first period goes by with only 1 or 0 goals being scored, I'll be fine with eating that loss because I think that, not totally sold on Luongo being a lockdown goalie right now in this spot, and Florida can score too. So I'm taking the first period over on this one. Florida Islanders, and that is over 1.5, just -135 at Pinnacle, Bookmaker, bunch of other places. That's a standard market line. First period over 1.5 -135. Florida Islanders. That's an official pick. I guess I'd have a lean to the full game over as well at 6.5, and I guess I'd have a lean to the Florida -1 line, but I'm not going to bet that one. I'm not really trusting Luongo right now. I'm more like overs. The Islanders team total over at 2.5 -139 is tempting as well. That might be a lean. And again, we'll do this all again at 6 o'clock Eastern time today, where we will review the line moves, and I might throw on a bunch of extra picks onto my official card. But I'm definitely throwing that one on there. Before we move on to other games, let's check some comments, shall we? See if anyone's agreeing with me, disagreeing with. Yes, Mr. Kite, Luongo shitting the bed a bit lately. Yes, he is shitting the bed a bit, and that's why I'm taking the first period over on that one. Let's see. Kilted Chimp likes Florida money line. Strong lean. Okay. Brian Arpin likes Florida in regulation at +105. Okay. SJ Shark Reese likes the Islanders money line. Justin Searcy, I took Florida in regulation. Lucky Luciano says I'm following you on that bet, Pete. Like it. Yeah, I think so too, Lucky. It could lose, but you're only laying -135. And are you telling me an entire first period is going to go by without, with just 1 or 0 goals being scored? Maybe. But what are the chances? I'm going to make that bet. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Skooma Steve says, isn't Reimer in net? I can check what's been officially. Let me see. No, I'm not seeing. I'm seeing Reimer unconfirmed. Reimer unconfirmed. Okay, and Gibson is confirmed for the Islanders. All right. If Reimer is in net, I think I'd still be liking the first period over anyway. I'd prefer Luongo. I'd prefer, the bed shitter. But, Reimer's no great shakes either. So I'm going to take the over. Yes, Melos Payless Way likes the Islanders first period over. G-Man Hag says Islanders money line. And yeah. Okay. Let's see. Charles Tapley says I like the Islanders tonight, but I like the over more. Okay. Let's see. Other comments. Oh, James Vegas says Carlson is out for Ottawa. Is that true? I thought he was going to be back. All right, I'm going to look into that. Look, I might throw on some picks on the Carolina game in the 6 o'clock show. We'll see. We will do this. Jay Sandercock says, don't fade the Islanders tonight. Okay. Oh, and someone says, Islanders trust me. Who is that? We're going to trust you right now. Islanders trust me. Where is that one? Jay Sandercock. Islanders, trust me. Okay. Jay Sandercock says, trust him on the Islanders. Donald Mao says, I'll take the first period over. Okay, Carlson is out. Okay. Yeah, Skooma Steve says Reimer been playing well. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah. A little drink of my lean here. Okay. Justin Searcy says Islanders going to get destroyed tonight. Yeah, I mean, if it turns out that I need Florida to put those 2 goals up in the first period, that's totally fine if I need that one. And again, if it loses, what are the odds? At minus 180, would I take it? No. At minus 135, yes, I'm going to take it. All right, let's move on. Washington Rangers. I'm thinking the Rangers might be the play here as an underdog. Washington, of course, they have been winning, but not really winning in the way that you would want to be seeing from a team that's a big road favorite. Their last 2 wins were close, but they were against dumpster fires, right? Montreal and Detroit. And I think I'm leaning Rangers here. The Rangers, again, they have some life to them. They're playing a lot of young forwards who are playing with some life, playing with some spirit. And Georgiev, I believe he's in goal, and he's been playing pretty well. Let me just make sure if that's. I'm pretty sure that Georgiev is. It says Lundqvist unconfirmed. Okay, well, and Grubauer is confirmed. All right, so that's not super great. That's not super great. I'd prefer to have Holtby in there against Georgiev if I was going to take the Rangers, but I'm still thinking that at this line, and of course maybe because on that news, the line is headed up. The Rangers are now up to plus 158 at Pinnacle. So even with Lundqvist in there, I think I might be leaning Rangers. And this is a game where I think I'm going to wait to see who the actual goalies are confirmed and what the line is at 6 o'clock Eastern time. But I'm definitely leaning Rangers and definitely leaning Rangers first period. Let's see what the first period line would be. It'd probably be about plus 145 or something like that. Yeah, that's tempting as well. Definitely leaning Rangers. Definitely leaning Rangers first period. Plus 137. And definitely leaning Rangers team total over, which should be very modest. Yes, 2.5 minus 112. So those are all leans that I have, and I'll probably convert at least one, if not all 3 of them, to picks in the afternoon show. But I'm going to hold off right now. All right, next game, Detroit Montreal. I am 2 dumpster fires here, but I'm definitely leaning Detroit here. I think that Price is way overvalued right now. I'd be leaning Detroit, leaning over, and leaning Detroit team total over. Let me just see. I think Price is confirmed, right? Let me just see this with my own eyes before I start. Yeah, Price is confirmed. Price is confirmed. All right, I'll make some picks here. First of all, I think I will take the over here. And only because it's such a low line. It's not that low. 5.5 plus 100 plus 102 at sportsbetting.ag. All right, I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take the Detroit Montreal game over 5.5 plus 102. That's at sportsbetting.ag. That is one pick for sure. I'm also gonna take the Detroit team total over. Detroit team total over, which is just 2.5 minus 108. That's the current line at Pinnacle. Very, very nice. I'd also be leaning first period over, and I'd also be leaning Detroit maybe on the reverse puck line as well, or on the -1 line, of course, which is what I like to do. Let me see what the reverse puck line. Probably not going to be too huge here, but probably a nice little line worth taking advantage of. Yes. Let's see. Other comment. Mr. Kite says Price is suspect as fuck. Yes, he certainly is. I'm definitely taking the the Red Wings goalie Coro has been brutal in 4 starts, which doesn't necessarily mean he'll be brutal here. Montreal doesn't necessarily push people offensively, but I would definitely be leaning taking a shot with the Red Wings. The alternative puck line is plus 314 at Pinnacle right now. I've thrown on the Detroit team total over, thrown on the over on this one, and I might just do, maybe I'll just throw on the first period over as well and leave it at that. Let me just see where we are here. Yeah, I'll throw on the first period over. Why not? I'll triple up on this one. Montreal, first period over, 1.5 minus 107. That's the current line at Pinnacle. So I'm throwing on 3 plays on this one. I may yet still throw on the Montreal team total over, and I may yet still throw on, take a shot with the Detroit -1 line. But for now, I'm just going to do those 3 plays on this one. Then the Arizona-Tampa Bay game, it's a tough one. I'm thinking about Arizona on the first period. I'm thinking about Arizona on the team total over or something like that, or just taking the full game over at 6. This is all very tempting. Let's get to some comments here. Let's see. Adam Lastman says the Wings blow. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So does Carey Price. Absolutely. Let's see. Justin Searcy says Red Wings worth a shot. I am Prometheus says over is the play in the Wings game. Yes, I gave that one 3 ways. 3 ways. Justin Searcy says don't love the goalie at all, but Montreal sucks. Yes, they do. Absolutely. Let's see. Other comments here. Mr. Keats says 2.5 on Detroit solo over. Good call, Loshak. Yes. Let's see. Rostradamus says Wings lost 10-1 last meeting. How could you not be pissed about that? Yeah, they probably are pissed, except they're too. It's dumpster fire against dumpster fire at this point. So they might not be caring at all about any of this shit and might not even remember. But okay, yeah, all right. Let's see. What else do we have? Here? Comments. All right. Let's see. Comments here. Beataball says NBA. Yes, we'll get to NBA in a second. We're getting there. We're moving on. We're keeping a brisk pace in this show. Jeremy M says, seriously, what's the line with the Wings? They're about a plus 125 dog. The alternative puck line is about plus 315. And I think I'm just comfortable doing what I did, taking the overs and the Detroit team total over. And not sure I want to quadruple up on it. But okay. Yes, Millie B03 says Arizona, Tampa Bay over. I was leaning that way. The Kilted Chimp says Arizona, Tampa Bay over. Yes, I was leaning that way. Let's see what these, and it's just a 6, which is, I was definitely leaning Arizona, Tampa Bay over, Arizona team total over, and maybe a shot with Arizona on the first period line, which is probably only going to be about plus 190 or so. Let's see what we can get here. Heritage has plus 200. Heritage is plus 200. Let me see if that's a, yeah, that's not a stale line. Damn, that's tempting. All right, I'm gonna do Arizona, Tampa Bay 2 ways here. Well, wait a minute. Let me just think about this for a second. Because the problem here is that you don't exactly know what you're going to get from the goalie from Tampa Bay, and he did used to play for Arizona, which is Domingue, which is a factor. And Antti Ranta's also confirmed, and he's been playing well. He's not a guy I want to take overs either with. All right, you know what I'm going to do for now? I am going to take Arizona on the first period line, plus 200. I'm going to start with that, plus 200. I understand why everyone's liking the over in this one, and I would lean that way as well. I'm just not totally sure I want to take that one right now at this exact moment. The Arizona on the plus a half goal line in the first period would also be tempting at just minus 125 at UWager. But I'm going to take the money line here at plus 200 for the Arizona game. Plus 200 at Heritage, first period money line, Arizona. That's an official play. I would be leaning over, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. Next one, San Jose, Chicago. San Jose obviously rolling in a major way, but they lost their leading scorer in their last game, and the Blackhawks. I think they get back Taves for this one. Blackhawks are a dumpster fire, but I'm not sure I want San Jose here, and I'm going to pass on this game for now. I'm going to look into it a little bit more later on and see if I want to take a shot here. But Hawks undeniably a dumpster fire. They did beat the Islanders in the last game, though, and I'm not sure I want to take San Jose at this high of a line. There wasn't an overnight line for that, so I'm going to look into it. Colorado, Vegas. Obviously, Avs on a home-and-home with Vegas, and the Avs won the first game 2-1. Vegas should win here, but I'm not sure I want them at this line. Vegas actually has lost 4 of their last 6. Leaning Vegas for now, but I'm not sure about this one. Not sure about the total either. And then, of course, Calgary, LA. LA seems like a pretty no-brainer-ish play to me. All right, so that's about it for now. We've covered every game in the NHL. Let me just look at some late-breaking comments here, and then we'll move on to NBA. I'll review my my official picks, and then we'll move on to NBA. Ziggy Ball says, lean Sharks puck line. Obviously, I can understand that. Not totally sure I want to take a shot with it. Norm L says, LA Kings puck line. Yes, I like that one. Let's see. Other comments here. Norm L says Tampa is struggling, and Vasilevsky says he's getting tired. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd want Tampa Bay here at that huge line. Antti Ranta's been playing great, so I took a shot with Arizona on the first period. G-Man Hag says not a chance Zona gets the win. Okay, but I just took him on the first period at plus 200. Jeremy M says Arizona's going to upset Tampa Bay tonight. Kobe Valentine says Arizona wins 3-2. Wow. Wow. Brant Hunt says, Pete, take a huge hit of a really, really small joint for us for old time's sake. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to take fake hits off of fake joints during the summer, during MLB. Here, this one's for you, Brant Hunt. Nice. That was for you, Brant Hunt. Thanks for remembering, Brant Hunt. We'll do a lot more of that in the summer show for sure. Summer shows for sure when baseball is coming in. B. Adaball says, nice shirt, Pete. Thanks very much, B. Adaball. Okay. Interesting shit. Interesting shit. I hope I'm not leaving any money on the table in NHL, but I'll review my official picks as of right now. Florida Islanders, first period over 1.5. Arizona, first period money line, plus 200. Also leaning Arizona on the team total over. I got to be honest about that. Also leaning Arizona team total over. Montreal game, first period over. Full game over. And the Detroit team total over, 2.5 minus 108. And LA minus 1 is an official play. Let me see what the team total right now would be. Arizona team total over. Let me just find that one because that is definitely a lean for me here. That is definitely a lean for me here. Let me just find it. I think I'm going to hold off on it for now and maybe give it in the afternoon show. But that's definitely what I'm thinking about. Arizona team total over. Wow. 2.5 plus 106 at Pinnacle. It's tempting as hell. That is tempting as hell. That's tempting as hell, man. I'm going to take that one right now. I will throw it on there right now. Arizona team total over 2.5 plus 106. That's another NHL line I've given. Tampa Bay might win, but this might be one of those, 4-3 games or 7-6 games or something like that. And Arizona might win the first period 2-1. We might see something like that. I could easily see a first period over as well. But I'm just going to stick with that one for now. Arizona first period and the Arizona team total over 2.5 plus 106. All right, that's it for NHL. Let's move on to NBA. My record in NBA overall is shitty. I should probably tweet out my second halves in the NBAs, which have been profitable all season long. All right, Johan. You got the NBA record up there? If there's a technical issue with it, don't worry about it. There's no technical issue. All right. No technical issues with the NBA record. Congratulations to Jimmy the Bag, up 13.5 units. NBA has always, every year, been a down sport for me, full game. That's why I don't bet it too heavily on the full game lines. And my second halves are where I do well in the NBA. But I love handicapping it anyway. Win, lose, or draw. We got 5 games tonight. Let's first check some comments, and then we'll get into the NBA slate game by game. Let's see. Donald Mouse says, you guys really think Coyotes will have a chance against Tampa Bay? Yes, we do. But I'm not taking them full game. I'm just taking them first period, plus 200, and team total over 2.5, plus 106. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, very nice. Ole Miss says, Pete the Great. That's the entire comment. Pete the Great, with Pete capitalized and Great capitalized. Thank you so much, Ole Miss. God, thank you so much. I'm going to fucking take a screenshot of that and make a poster out of it and put it on my wall. All right. Let me see. NBA. Scotty Rock Forever says you have to watch more NBA, Pete. LOL. Yeah, you might be right, Scotty Rock Forever. In the NBA, in basketball in general, I find that watching basketball in general is more valuable than watching any other sport. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Scotty Rock Forever. Trevor Holt says, Pete, I missed NHL picks because at work. Can you repeat them? Sure. This is for you, Trevor Holt. I do this for anyone, but I'm especially happy to do it for you because you're so fucking good at college basketball, although it hasn't been great to see your leans against me in spots. But this is for you, Trevor Holt. I took the Florida Islanders over 1.5 minus 135, although it's not great that Luongo isn't in goal. I took Arizona first period money line plus 200 and the Arizona team total over 2.5 plus 106. I took the Montreal-Detroit game over in 3 ways. First period over, full game over 5.5 plus 102, and Detroit on the team total over 2.5 minus 108. And LA minus 1 is, I think, the most no-brainerish play of the card. If it loses, I'll be fine with that, but that is the most no-brainerish play of the card. All right. Hako Schofield says Sixers low-hanging fruit. Tom Reno says Philly blew out a Minnesota team in a horrible spot, but Denver's playing well, and they are playing for a playoff spot. Philadelphia is still having defensive issues with Ilyasova and Bellinelli. Yeah, that's Denver is and once again, they're laying a lot of points here relatively. Denver's a team that has some fight to them. I'll tell you, there is one bet that I did make that, I don't know, I feel good about it. If you want to trust my NBA opinion here, go for it. If you want to fade it, go for it. I do like the under in Boston Phoenix, though, right? Boston popped Sacramento. They've been doing great, even with all the injuries. Now they're on a back-to-back. They've been very impressive ATS-wise. Phoenix actually covered their last game, but Devin Booker, I believe, is out again. I did bet this one at 210. Let's see what the total is right now. I'm going to make this one an official pick. Let's see. Where is that total? Oh, wow. Yep. It's headed down a little bit. Pinnacle now down to 209.5, but other places have 210. And I'll throw that one on as an official pick. Boston, Phoenix, under 210 minus 110. Under 210 minus 110. That's an official pick. I bet it. Boston, of course, has been doing very well recently and going under in a lot of those games, playing good defense. It's a little bit, based on how these teams have been playing recently, maybe a little bit too obvious. One of these NBA totals that might be a little bit too obvious. And if this is like 211 or 211.5 in the 6 o'clock show, I might flip it and take the over. But I bet the under, and I'm going to take it as of right now, under 210 minus 110. Boston, Phoenix, that's an official play. And even I have a slight lean to a Phoenix here, getting 9 or 9.5 points. Obviously, Boston's been great ATS pretty much all season long, especially recently. Injuries didn't matter. Back-to-backs didn't matter. Very impressive team ATS-wise. But I'm just feeling like here, on a back-to-back on the road, giving huge points to a team like Phoenix, might be a sneaky spot to take Phoenix with plus the points. All right. What else do we have here? Yeah, the Denver-Philly game is tough. The Denver-Philly game is tricky. Philly's been getting nice wins and covers. I'm going to pass on this one for now. Side and total. A lot of people saying that Philly is the play here. Another game I was thinking about taking an under with is the Lakers-Detroit. The Lakers have been playing better defense recently. They've been trying to play better defense. I think they'll probably do it again here. Not sure Detroit's going to want to run it up. Detroit's actually covered 7 out of their last 9. Despite how bad they've been actually covering recently. And I also have a lean to the under on this one at 215. I did bet that one. Let me see where that total is right now. LA Lakers. Oh, wow. Down to 213.5. Interesting. And Heritage is at 215.5. I'm wondering if that is if the Heritage feed is maybe stale. If so, I might have to pull my my first period, change the line on my first period Arizona line, which seemed like it was off market. That line is definitely down. I bet it at 215 on the opening line, and that line is down to 213.5 or 214 at the Greek. And I'll give that one as well. The Detroit game under 214 minus 110. I'll take that one. That's the line currently at the Greek. I bet it at 215. Obviously, the Lakers can be involved in super high-scoring games. I can see a lot of people here saying, no, Pete, don't do it. Lakers game goes over, and you might be right. We'll see what the line is at 6 o'clock, but, I bet it at 215. It's now down to 214, and I'm leaning that way. Let's see if there are any comments coming in about this one. Yeah, Kobe Valentine. Oh, yep, there you go, Mally Mal. Lakers over. Mally Mal with a great read on NBA totals. Mally Mal is like the Trevor Holt in NBA. Hate to see it when he's on the opposite side of me on a total, especially a total I feel a little bit funny about. Well, I just gave it a 214. Kobe Valentine says the under is 5-1, Lakers last 6 overall, and 4-1 in Pistons last 5 overall. Brooke Jordan likes the over. Mally Mal says Detroit scores at home. Trevor Holt says stay off the Detroit under, Pete. All right, I might be on the wrong side of that one, and I might pull it in the afternoon show. As of right now, I've just given it as an official play, 214 minus 110. I might pull it. All right, okay, I might pull it. Mally Mal says Philly first quarter. I was thinking about that one as well. Yes. I was thinking about that one as well. Trevor Holt likes the Boston under, though. Nice. Boston under all day cashes. Great. Jeremy M says both official plays. If Booker's out, I'm laying the points with Boston and Suns team total under. Yes, I could see the Suns team total under also being a play here, and I was under the impression that Booker was definitely out, but maybe not. Mally Mal says Boston covers easy. Rostradamus says, I think this NBA card is hideous. Some people would say every NBA card is hideous. Let's see. What else do we have here? Eric the Red says, Philly clinch playoffs. I think they rest tonight. King Rail says, Pistons might be the play. Lonzo in a shooting slump. No Thomas either. And Randall will have to work hard on both ends of the court. Under in this game is also a lean. Yes, I would agree as well, King Rail, but not a good sign that both Mally Mal and Trevor Holt are liking the over and saying stay off of it. Let's see. Justin Searcy says this is not a good spot for the Lakers. Too many injuries. Can't defend the post. Rostradamus says, I lead under with Detroit after staying home. Yeah. Jeremy M says, I'm riding with you on the under 210 in the Boston game. I doubled up and took the first half under, 101.5 too. Would not, yeah, that's probably a good play as well. All right, I might be on the wrong side here on this Detroit under game, on the under pick. And if, if I feel strongly enough that I'm totally on the wrong side of that in the 6 o'clock show, I might pull it or even go on the other side as well. Tom Marino says, Booker's a game time decision. Brant Hunt says, Pete, you're doing some great work, man. Everyone go and like this video so the SBR brass sees how valuable and appreciated Totals Loshak is. Thank you so much, Brant Hunt. I'm not even thinking about media executives or SBR brass or hires up anymore. All I'm thinking about is just the comments and sitting in my room staring at them in my dark hours at midnight. Thank you so much, Brant Hunt, for that great comment. I appreciate it. Ziggy Ball says, plus Pistons are fighting for the playoffs. Tricky one. Tricky NBA card. Yes, indeed. The New York-Charlotte game is also pretty interesting. The Knicks, who knows what's going on with them, right? Trey Burke has been playing great. I was also thinking about a shot with the under on this one, except that they did play recently at the Garden and the Knicks blew out Charlotte. So maybe Charlotte comes back here and blows out the Knicks. And Charlotte, of course, as we've seen, can be involved in very high-scoring games where no defense is played on either side. I was thinking maybe about a shot with the Knicks team total under, which would have been +1, which would have been 106 on the overnight line, and now would be probably just a tick lower. Let me see what the Knicks team total over would be. Let me just quickly check that one. Quickly check the Knicks team total here. Team total would be, sorry, not the over, the under. The Knicks team total under. Let me just find it. Knicks team total would be, 106 minus 134 at Pinnacle. Probably be about 105 at Heritage. So I was definitely thinking about a shot with the Knicks team total under. Knicks team total under. Yeah. And Millie B03 likes the Knicks Hornets under. I was leaning that way as well. Bill Butlicker likes Knicks to cover. Tomino says, I like Charlotte. I think the Knicks will be complacent off the road win, and Charlotte is playing hard for their coach who came back last month. That's true. And Charlotte's also coming off of a recent revenge where they got blown out at the Garden. I agree with you, Tomino Tomor. So I'm not necessarily... As Twate Latte says, love you, Pete. Plus 125. Homo. Yes, Twate Latte. Just not even, no pretense now. With he's just, yes, homo. Not maybe homo. Not possibly homo. Not potentially homo. Just homo. I agree with you. Yeah, let's just fuck it. Who cares? Who cares anymore? Let's see. Toolie Tool says, Pete, when's the bag back? Not that you're not great, but you can't break up the Bash Brothers. Yes, Jim is expected to be back, barring any unforeseen medical complications, I believe tomorrow afternoon. That is assuming no unforeseen medical complications, which is a pretty big if. You know what I'm saying? Based on the reports, the anecdotal reports that have been coming in on what Jim's been up to. You know what I'm saying? He could have alcohol poisoning. He could have pink eye. Lots of things could be happening with Jimmy the Bag medically between now and when he's expected to be back. But assuming no medical complications unforeseen for Jimmy the Bag, I've been told expect him back Tuesday afternoon, which will be great. Right in time for MLB. All right. Justin Searcy says, I'll let you all bet Charlotte. Yikes. Yes. This is a tough one. I'd be leaning... Al Sean Hertz says, certain over in Knicks Hornets, Charlotte very average defensively. Yes. If I was going to take the under in that one, I'd probably go with the Knicks team total under instead of Millie B. Yeah, there you go. Once again, Millie B on the under. Mally Mal likes under. Wow. I assume he's talking about the Knicks game. Mally Mal. Riding under 3 times. Really? Nice. That's the way I was leaning too. I was thinking about the under. I was thinking about the Knicks team total under. Those are both leans. But again, we've seen what Charlotte can do, get involved in high-scoring games. And again, they do have recent revenge on their minds, so they might just Kobe Valentine says, pink eye? What, did someone fart in his face? Worse than that, Kobe Valentine. Based on the anecdotal reports that have trickled into me. Worse than that, Kobe Valentine. But I think he's going to be fine. I expect him here in full 100% health on Tuesday afternoon. Okay. Let's see. What else? Yes, Donald Mal likes the Knicks team total under. Yes. Yes. You know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that one. It's a lean. I like it. I'm going to take the Knicks team total under. I'm not even going to do any line chopping here. I'll just take the friggin' Pinnacle line here. It's 106 minus 134. Knicks team total under 106 minus 134. That's an official play. I was leaning under. I could probably line shop. Probably Heritage has a little bit of a better line there. Heritage probably has 105 at minus 110. All right, I'll check Heritage. All right, I won't know. You always want to line shop. No matter who you are, no matter what time of year it is, no matter what sport it is, no matter what your bankroll size is, line shopping is an essential component of sports betting. Whether you're a pro or a rec bettor, anything, line shopping, ignore it at your own risk, at your own peril. All right, let me just quickly check what the team total is here for the Knicks, and I'm going to throw that one on there on the under for sure. Team total under for the Knicks. Let me just find it. Let me just check Heritage to see if I can get a better line. Pinnacle has 106, but at minus 134. And Heritage has 104.5 minus 110. Yeah. All right, I'll take the 106 minus 134. What the hell? Take the under. 106 minus 134. That's my play. Minnesota-Memphis game, would definitely be leaning Minnesota first half at probably about 7. Let's see what the line on that one would be. Quickly check that one. Memphis, minus 8.5. Wow, yeah. Market is hip to Minnesota likely being a good play in the first half here. It opened at 8.5 and is still at 8.5. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Memphis is terrible, but they are playing a little bit hard in spurts, and 8.5 is kind of a high line. Definitely be leaning Minnesota first half minus 8.5. Would rather be getting 7.5, but I'm gonna take that one. All right, so as of right now, I've given Knicks team total under 106 minus 134 at Pinnacle. Boston and Phoenix under 210. The sharp minds in the chat box are generally agreeing with that play. And I've given the Detroit under 214 minus 110. The sharp minds in the comments section here on this video are generally not agreeing with that one. Trevor Holt, Mally Mao, a few others disagreeing with that play, and I might pull that one by the afternoon show. But that's about it. Again, Denver, Philly. Some people saying that Philly is low-hanging fruit. I can certainly see that. Denver's kind of a scrappy team, though. Knicks and Charlotte. I'd be leaning under. It opened at 223.5. I bet it at 223, actually. It's now down to 221.5 or 221. I'm not going to give that one as an official pick right now, but I did give the Knicks team total under 106 minus 134 as an official pick. Lakers, Detroit. Again, I'm liking under. Some injuries for Lakers, and some people are suggesting that Detroit might be worth a shot. Detroit has actually covered 7 out of their last 9. They've been a good bet, ATS, but I'm not sure if you want to be laying points with this team against anyone, even at home. Laying 5 points, 4.5 at Heritage. Memphis, Minnesota, lean to Minnesota. First half minus 8.5. Don't have the balls to give that one as an official play. Boston, Phoenix. I gave the under on that one. 210 seems a little bit obvious, but I'm not going to overthink it. And I'm going to take it at under 210. Trevor Booker, supposedly a game-time decision. I was under the assumption that he's going to be out. We'll see where that line moves, and I might wind up, throwing on the Phoenix team total under when in the 6 o'clock show. Phoenix team total under right now would be 110.5 minus 106. Boston's playing well. Probably is not a 50% proposition that Phoenix gets to 100. They might. But I'm leaning under on that one. All right, let's get to some comments, and then we'll wrap this shit up. King Rail says, full game in Minnesota is a better bet, Pete. Okay, you might be right there, King Rail. You may very well be right. The Grizzlies are terrible. Right after that comment, Jay Sandercock says, Grizzlies so awful. Yes. Austin St. Clair says, Denver needs a win. Ziggy Ball says, Wolves coming off a big loss. Yes. Wolves are coming off a big loss. Denver does need a win. Hako Schofield says, can you review your NBA picks? Here you go again, Hako Schofield. Yes. Knicks team total under 106 minus 134. Boston Phoenix under 210. Generally endorsed by the comment section. Detroit under 214 minus 110. Generally not endorsed by the sharper minds in our comment section. That's it for the NBA for me. Yeah, King Rail says no Booker or TJ tonight. I was under the impression that Booker was definitely going to be out. QQQ Wilson says, Pete, how's your bracket? Could be better, but not bad. I'm looking at a $500 payout, which, as I've said many times in these shows, is a lot of money to me. Yes, it is. If I get a little bit lucky, I'll have to check. I might be looking at a $750 payout. I think I would have gotten a $750 payout if Duke had beaten Kansas. But with the loss to Kansas, I think I'm solidly looking at a $500 payout. Now, obviously I've been working here at SBR for years. I've been doing these videos. A lot of people love what I do, which I really, really appreciate. So you might think that someone like me wouldn't really care about $500. You'd be wrong. I'm definitely psyched that I'm about to look at a free $500 payout from my bracket. So my bracket overall is doing pretty well. And there were a couple of those tricky spots where I might have where I might have been looking at a 4-figure payout if a few breaks had gone my way. So my bracket overall is generally doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, QQQ Wilson. Thanks for asking. How's your bracket doing, QQQ Wilson? I'm looking at a $500 free play payout. All right, and I think we can wrap it up. That just about wraps it up for this morning edition of the Loshak in the Bag Show, Monday, March 26th. We'll be back again at 6 o'clock. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.